Hello, Capricorn. Sorry about the dog. Jesse, honey, he's saying hello. He's saying hello. Okay, that's enough, sweetie heart. I know. Anyway, we're going to see what's, this is a reading for your general energies, like what's in your general energies currently. And remember, take what works and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say for you. Okay, so first up, in what this reading is about, you have the Three of Cups, and clarifying that you have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords. In your current energies, you have the Eight of Swords reversed. In your near future, you have the Page of Cups clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, and your challenge regarding this situation is the Two of Cups reversed, and that's clarified by the Chariot. And your recommendations regarding this is the World, Two of Cups, and the Knight, and that's clarified by the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, so this situation is something to do with other people, pretty much. Basically, there's something to do with maybe a friend group or family group, something that I feel like with the Three of Cups, it's all about kind of like harmony, you know, and celebrations and kind of friends and, you know, the people around you or situations around you that you really kind of enjoy or you enjoyed once. But I do believe there was some type of, I don't want to say backstabbing shenanigans, but something didn't go quite well. Because with the Ten of Swords, it indicates that the worst is over, but there was some pain, there was some hurt, there was probably something that came from left field that you didn't even see coming, and you got stabbed in the back somehow, or it upset you. Some kind of upsetting situation regarding your community or those around you. Now, but it's also clarified by the Four of Swords. So I feel like right now you might be taking a break from these people or this situation, whatever it is. You kind of were stabbed in the back, something happened, and now you're kind of either stepping away or you're realizing that like you just need to heal from it or just take a break from it because it might have been a little bit too much. Okay. So, but in your current energies with the Eight of Swords, I see this in reverse. I see this as being really positive because I feel like you're actually like releasing some of these like self-imposed restrictions or limitations. Maybe you were not really wanting to face something or not really wanting to deal with something, but I think you're in a place now where, because the Four of Swords here is clarifying this, where you're able, I don't want to say to heal from it, but you've probably kind of digested it a little bit. That's how I see things. Sometimes like crap happens and you're upset, but you need time to like digest it. And sometimes when you take a break away from it and not quite or in it or dealing with it or enough time has passed, you're able to kind of digest the BS a little bit. So I think the Eight of Swords, you're currently in a place where you're now ready to, I don't want to start moving forward, but you're in a place you're ready to kind of either pick up the pieces or you're just ready to kind of get back out there. This could be doing something with a relationship or a friendship or something that really hits you close to home type of thing. But I think you're kind of in this place where you're ready to start moving forward a little bit, you know? So releasing some of that upsetness or this restrictions or restrictive thoughts you put on yourself, and are moving forward. So that's beautiful. And what's coming in for you, I think, is phenomenal because you have the Page of Cups, and that's clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Cups, he has an open heart. He's very, I don't want to say he's naive, but he's like beautifully naive. I see this guy. Jesse, I know, honey. Sorry. He's following a dream. You know, he's willing to, Jesse, sweetheart, honey, please. He was quiet for so many videos, and then today he's just not quiet. So what can you do? Children, you know, especially the four-legged barking kind. Okay, let me just... Jesse, honey, please. Anyway, I'm just going to ignore him. So I think you're going to start getting into a phase where you're willing to open your heart up again and willing to kind of move forward and kind of explore options. And this is also indicating that you're going to be kind of thinking about what you want out of life, maybe pursuing a dream, or you're going to be thinking about your dreams, your goals, or the things that you want. And with the Seven of Pentacles clarifying it, it indicates kind of like slow, steady results. So I see this one right now as like you're going to slowly be kind of making the steps or taking the steps to push forward and kind of work on yourself and work on the things that you like. This always is like, you don't get instant results with this card. It takes time. But I think whatever this was, I think it's going to take time for you to kind of fully heal a little bit, because I do think there was some, I think there was some mess that has happened. But I think, you're going to be going into a right place coming in for you. You're kind of going into the right. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, guys. Anyway, I shut the door, let him bark at whatever all he wants. Anyway, so I think you're going to be going into a better place moving forward. So I think he's trying to bark louder because I shut the door. Anyway, let me continue. He's going to calm down. It's garbage day, and I think he hears the garbage truck, and he always gets very upset about it. Anyway, so now in your challenging position, you have the Two of Cups reversed, and that's clarified by the Chariot. So the Two of Cups is about having disharmony. So this is your challenge. There definitely was some funny business going on, guys. There was some funny business happened. So now your challenge is kind of to regain your harmony. Now, could it be that you're regaining your harmony with this person, or regaining your harmony even within yourself? Because sometimes, let me just hold on a second here. He is too much today. Sweetie, can you please, honey, can you please not do that, sweetheart? Can you please relax? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to regain the harmony within my house. Anyway. Okay, so now he's upset because I closed the window so he couldn't hear stuff, and now he's he's upset now. Anyway, he's something else, this one. Anyway, so your challenge is to kind of find that balance again, find the balance with people, because whatever this was, maybe it's kind of making you like suspicious a little bit of people in general, or not wanting to really open up to people or others. But the Chariot here, clarifying this, is saying that you're going to overcome the obstacles. You probably will have some obstacles kind of during this time this could even be you making amends or resolving something with the person or whoever kind of caused you this little upheaval over here. It could be kind of trying to rekindle that friendship or fix the friendship or what relationship. This could represent, your spouse or whoever. Or this could even be like a work thing as well. Take it how it works. Even if you have some type of hobby or something and somebody in the Orchid Club was pissing you off, My mom, she always, she used to go to the Orchid Club, and there was always a lot of Orchid Club drama. So, but this is saying that your challenge is going to be trying to either resolve or gain the harmony again within your relationships, or within the people, or with the people that you're dealing with. Or it could even be, sometimes you have to cut some people out, and that's kind of difficult. But sometimes, we have friends of friends of friends of friends type of thing. So it might be like you're not talking to somebody anymore. You're kind of done with them. But then, you got mutual friends kind of stuff. So there could be some disharmony within that. But the Chariot here is saying that you will push forward. You may hit against obstacles, but you're going to push forward and you're going to be successful. Like, you just have to keep pushing. That's what the Chariot is there saying with that. Now, what is recommended for you? You have the World, you have the Two of Cups upright, and then that's clarified by the Knight of Swords. Now, the World is about kind of completing something. It's about ending one cycle, beginning another cycle. So I think with this, however this means for you, this could even be in your mind or whatever, like mentally, you might be done with somebody. Maybe they were not good for you. So you're ready to kind of complete that cycle and kind of start again. But the Two of Cups is also recommended here. And this is saying, like, put effort and energy into those friendships that are really beneficial for you. You know, have the harmony again, because the Two of Cups here is your challenge. So, but don't block everybody out, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Don't just shut down, you know, because I think you have some, you know, probably good people, or you have a good heart or whatever. So don't just, because you got screwed, don't just block your heart off to others, you know, don't assume everybody's going to screw you over, you know? So, and then you have, with the Knight of Swords reverse, I think this is saying that don't rush your thoughts process or your ideas. So I would say that maybe don't rush into conclusions or assumptions very quickly, because I think sometimes after we kind of go through this, whatever this represents, whatever this reading is regarding you, this BS, this mess over here, sometimes we make assumptions on others before we really know them because of our past hurt. So I think the Knight of Swords in reverse is saying slow down a little bit. Don't jump to the conclusion or make the assumption super fast, you know, or even this could even be saying you might be in a place where you're just wanting to find another friend or relationship or whatever this is. And if you're open to that, don't rush the process so quickly. Like, still kind of just one day at a time, you know, healthy kind of stuff, I should say, you know. So let's see what else the cards have to. Let's see what else the cards have to see. Let's see what else the cards have to say for you guys today. Okay, Capricorns. Now, you guys got, this is definitely something to do with some kind of relationship, friendship, a ship of some kind, and not the kind that sails. You have Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities, and I think this is saying that you might have been, because I kind of feel like, because the Eight of Swords is in reverse here, I think that you had at one point been closed off, but now you're, in a way, kind of opening yourself up again. I think you might still be a little hesitant, a little closed off, but I think you're at the beginning stages of kind of opening up again, kind of ready to kind of either get back in the game or do whatever you got to do. You're kind of at the point where you're digesting and you're kind of starting to be ready. So this is just saying, and this says number 59, just in case 59 means anything to you. Just stay open. And I think you need to stay open with other friendships and connections, you know, because I definitely feel like you guys kind of got screwed a little bit, but you might be down and out right now, and I'm sending you big, big energetic hugs, but you're not going to be down and out forever. So, and you have Malachite. It's time to transform, and I think this experience is going to transform you in a sense, especially because you have the World here, which is recommended for you. So to me, this is about transformation. This is about starting something, and then by the time you get to the end of it, you're much wiser, probably a little older, you know, maybe you're a little more frustrated, but you've learned a lot, and you're a different person by the time you finish something than when you started. So I definitely think I think this might have been a learning process for you, unfortunately, but I think it's going to actually, I don't want to say transform you in a better way, but it's probably going to be helpful going forward. Anytime we kind of go through this crap, we really learn about ourselves as well. We learn about other people, but I think we always learn about ourselves too, you know? So, okay, then you have these two, the chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues, and you have mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So I think the chaser here, there might have been a codependent relationship. There might have been something that was not healthy. And because you have the Two of Cups here in reverse, and that Chariot is kind of like clarifying that, I think it might be hard to move on from this, but I think you need to move on from it. and the mirroring each other. You guys, I don't want to say maybe you were two peas in the same pod or something, but it could be somebody that you were really close to, and you were really close to each other because you were maybe very similar. Or maybe some of this, when this BS went down, maybe it was tit for tat a little bit. But I think you're ready to get off the roller coaster with this. But the introspection could really be also the Eight of Swords, because I feel like sometimes the Eight of Swords, when you're having these self-imposed restrictions, you're doing that in a way. I always see it almost like a hermit energy in a sense, you're kind of doing it because you either need to do it. Sometimes you're doing it not for good reasons, but I feel like with this, I think that you got hurt, you kind of got hit in a way, and you needed to take a minute to kind of to process the situation. So now, unrequited love, there is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So this really can indicate for some of you, you might not be able to mend, at least at this time, whatever this mess was. So you might just have to kind of move forward. Occasionally, sometimes people grow down the road and, then you can mend it then. But at this moment, it might not be quite what's best for you in the long run. Let's put it that way. Now, we have safety. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. And this is about the root chakra. So I just think that whatever this mess is, it wasn't really the best for you. And I think it's time to kind of close out that whatever it is with the world and be open to something new with friendships or relationships or whatever, but kind of take it slow. Don't just jump right in with the Knight of Swords in reverse. But I definitely think that whatever this here is was not for your best. And I know sometimes that's kind of hard because even though if we are pissy with this person, sometimes we really still like them or something, but it's hard. But one day at a time, okay? You don't have to figure it out all today. Remind yourself that, because I have to remind myself that like all the time, that I don't need to figure it out all this second. So, and you have commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. And I wonder, to me, I think this is saying that you need to commit to yourself in a way. I feel like you need to commit to your own happiness. And because you have the Seven of Pentacles here, and I think this is about kind of like slow progress, but I think you're starting to commit to yourselves, commit to like opening up your heart again, which is beautiful. But I really feel like you need to kind of commit to yourself right now, because sometimes after we kind of go through a mess, it takes a toll on us. And I think right now, if you commit to yourself and you do what you need to do for yourself to make you happy, I really feel like you're going to find your soul tribe, or another person or something that kind of blends with you a little bit better. And you have control. Link your own constellations and take control. Now, this is saying that you just need to be the master of your own destiny, my dear Capricorns, and Jesse's agreeing. And it's saying that you need to take control, because the Chariot here, he's in control, he's kind of taking control, and he's willing to go through the obstacles, like through the mud or whatever. So I think you just kind of need to, I don't want to say pick up the pieces, but just do things that make you feel empowered at this moment. And now you have raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. And I think this is saying that instead of yelling at this person, which I'm sure some of you would love to do, maybe I kind of feel like it might just be on deaf ears, because some people, they're just not really receptive, especially when they're pissy, to hear any kind of criticism, even if it is constructive or anything, even if they are the reason of the mess. Maybe you both were the reason of the mess, who knows? But I just think that raising your words is kind of almost like telling yourself that, you're going to be okay, and you're going to get through this. So I think it's almost like raise your words is like speak more positively to yourself. So not just negatively to yourself, because the Eight of Swords, sometimes I feel like it's a little bit of this negative talk as well. But in reverse, I feel like you're kind of letting that go. So raise your words, speak positively to yourself, think good thoughts, and don't waste your time yelling at somebody who's not even going to listen anyway. And then for Bob Ross, you have And the more that you paint, the more that you're able to visualize. And I think this is saying the more that you get out there, with the Page of Cups here, he's kind of a dreamer. He's has an open heart. He's like, that innocent, that beautifully naive. But sometimes it's nice to kind of go back to that place, because in that place, in that energy, it's like the world is your oyster. Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing has tainted your dream yet. There's no dark cloud creeping on in. So I think that's beautiful. And I think you're going to be making the slow progress with it. But I think that's, the more you think about what you want in life, you'll probably help attract it to you as well. And then for this little thing, you have cheers to enjoying life. You're welcome. Chop wood, carry vodka. And I think this is saying that enjoy your life. Obviously it says cheers to enjoying life. Have a good time and chop wood. Sometimes you got to cut people out. And sometimes, I don't want to say like have a drink after, but sometimes like you need a little like you time, a little like, okay, I gotta relax a little bit. And if it just so happens to be with like your favorite drink or whatever, and you don't have an issue with alcohol or whatever, and you're of age, go for it. Now, for your little affirmation card, you have, today I feel healthy. Today my mind is clear, my body is healthy, and my soul is at peace. So I think this is beautiful. And I think this is something that you should definitely be saying to yourself. Even if you don't believe it in the moment, if you keep telling yourself this during this time, it will help you change your mindset or your energy, or at least it could try. It can't hurt, So, and for your little stress relief and self-care card, you have self-acceptance, objective, calming the criticism. I can't speak today. I can never speak, but anyway. Okay, calming the criticism. Focus on your inner voice. It is critical or hard. Let me try this again. I'm sorry, guys. Focus on your inner voice. Is it critical and harsh or kind and loving? If it's harsh, ask yourself how you can change this. Send yourself some love and compassion. Let the regrets go. Forgive yourself and love yourself even when you make mistakes. And I love this. I really love this, because I feel like whatever's happened, sometimes when we get into these emotional, because I feel like there was a lot of emotions here. There might have been some tit for tat stuff. Maybe you made some mistakes. I'm not saying you made any mistakes, Capricorns, because I know you guys are perfect. But I'm just saying, in the event, maybe if there was something, maybe you were fueling the fire, fueling the flames a little bit. And maybe you have a few regrets of certain things, or even just regret getting involved in the situation to begin with. Whatever it is, this is a beautiful kind of self-care practice that, could help you kind of move past this situation, or kind of get yourself back more into balance or more into harmony. And for the little spirit of the dish that shall be with you during this time, you have the spirit of the steeped one, which is the spirit of the tea. And to me, I love tea. I'm a tea drinker. So this could be that you just need to take a moment for yourself, enjoy some tea or favorite beverage or whatever, and just kind of woosah. Now, for the dinner and the movie that's recommended during this time for you, you have comedy films and Chinese food. For the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Aries, and this is they're kind of like a passionate sign. It's kind of a little fiery energy, but it's about like, I can do this, that kind of spark, that initial, like, even, I don't want to say even going to war a little bit. I'm not saying that, but just that confidence that you can do this, you can get this going or whatever. Or they can be a little stubborn too. I'm an Aries, so I kind of know this. I know this energy firsthand, but it's about that kind of like that initiative energy, that kind of like, I'm going to do this, and it's a very like, I am is their thing. It's like, they were the first zodiac sign, and they just appeared as far as the zodiac stories go. They just like, we're here, and they're like, I am, bitch. Like, I'm here, bitch. I'm here now. So you might need to have that to get out of this funk a little bit. You need to be like, I'm here. And that's it. I'm doing this. And you also have Taurus. And now Taurus is I see them as very fixed. They're very, I don't want to say slow, but it's very, I see this sign as a very goal orientated, but they're willing to take the steps in slowly to get where they need to go. And I think with the Seven of Pentacles, and even with the Knight of Swords reversed here, I think that whatever you're doing, it might be a process, especially because you have the Chariot here. It may be a little bit of a process. It might kind of take a little time, but the Taurus energy for me is one that's very dedicated to that. The Aries is a little bit that spark. We're doing this, but they're not that energy that's really going to, yeah, maybe they're going to get to the end eventually, but they're very good at starting stuff, not always great at finishing things. But the Taurus energy balances that out a little bit with that, like, okay, like today I got to do this, today I got to do that or whatever. And that's like that. So these two together energetically, I think, are a very good pair because it's about, I think you could really make a lot of progress with this type of energy right here together. Now, you also have the North Node, which is about your destiny. So I think for some of you, this might have been something, or you're being put on the path maybe to find somebody better or find a better situation, or even learn something in the situation that will help you for the future. And I know sometimes you don't want to hear that, because I don't want to hear that. I tell myself that all the time when things like go straight to hell. I'm like, oh, I'll learn something from this. I'm like, I don't want to learn this lesson. Why do I have to learn this lesson? But after the dust settles and I'm like, okay, well, at least I learned this about myself. I learned this or whatever. I try to make it into like a learning experience. So it's like I could kind of, for me, I have to digest things that way. And you also have here, you have Venus, and this is about love, money, and powers of attraction. You have the 4th house, which is about home, intuition, parenting, and children. And then you have the 12th house, which is about occult psychic abilities and the subconscious mind. So you might be kind of getting a little bit like your intuition or something a little bit too. Now, you also have number 1 here, which is a odd number. Yes, it's an odd number, sorry. And that means the special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Capricorn, will be the Magic 8 Ball. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. So you have, let me see what we got over here. We have N-O... Okay, NOI 6027. Oh, and you have the moon. And I kind of feel like this is saying that you need to dream big. Really be aware of I feel like you have to be aware of your intuition right now and even your dreams. Because with the Page of Cups here, I think you need to be aware of like your dreams or think about what you want out of life. But also, I feel like you might be a little bit of a shadowy time right now. So sometimes with the moon, obviously when you walk outside and it's dark, you can't see anything. You kind of see a little bit, but you don't see the full picture. It's not like when you go outside and there's sunlight, right? So you might be in a little bit of a shadowy time. So I think you just need to go one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time right now. But I do think this indicates that, the sun will be coming up. You'll probably gain more clarity on this situation soon. And you have focus. And I think this is saying just focus on yourself, focus on your goals and the things that you want out of your life right now, Okay, here he is. Think of those questions and it's time to ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Capricorn's question? It says, it is certain. There you go, guys. The 8 Ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.